is that like we can't swear for like, what, a minute or something like that before YouTube's like, okay, we'll promote your content and like just stupid stuff like that. Oh, by the way, I'm live. Anyways, welcome to the Outlawz podcast. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. This is not a normal scheduled one. Uh, this is like a little extra that we're filming right now. But hey, thank you for tuning in either during or after the fact. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. Uh, we have nothing to legitimately talk about. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of topics we could talk about, but we have nothing that we're going to talk about right now. So we're going to sit here in silence. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm Ares, your local crackhead down at the Denny's. I'm joined here with Tamashi.
Hello.
It's so
Again.
fucking weird saying that name.
Oh yeah. It's it's a tongue twister. A lot of people called me Takashi for a long time.
Yeah, but I'm used to calling you Tama.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm used to Tomo, to be honest, at this point in my life. It's like, I take it. It's better than anything rather than Takashi.
Yeah, you don't want to be a snitch
Yeah.
or,
Snitches.
uh, a chomo. Yeah.
Yeah. Snitches get stitches. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's an old term. That's an old term.
Yeah, but you can find Tamashi on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube,
Wherever I feel like I can promote.
OnlyFans. No,
You see me in the and you see me. He's like, "Hey, I made something." It's like, "Gosh, damn it!"
you just send me a GIF or something like that, and it's just like, hey, here's my, and then like you just see like this giant fucking Nerf dart, just a
Oh yeah,
giant fucking Nerf dart just coming in and is like, gotcha, bitch.
it's like one of those situations. It's like, oh yeah, I was like, it's spicy, and then you get rickrolled. I was
Yeah,
like, really?
like how I did on our fucking website.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, we do weekly game giveaways. Fucking Rick. And then you scroll down to the bottom of the page where it's like, contact us, all that stuff, and it's just Rick.
Gosh.
Like, yeah. I need more artwork for the website so I can actually like put it up and all that. And also, hey, Tama, cool
Oh,
little fun thing. You know the little panels I have of the scrolls and shit? Yeah?
yep.
Yeah. Those panels, uh, there's gonna be one for Outlaws. So instead of those two like blue panels or whatever, you can just have that one and it just directs people to the website.
Nice.
Yeah. But that scroll, it's gonna look fancy as fuck. And this is why it's taking so long. It's because I want it to look good.
I don't blame you. You gotta really like make it appealing just in case.
Yeah, but like you see the other two panels that I have on the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you what do you think about those?
On your about section, right?
Yeah. The
Like the
scrolls with the
oh
ones with
yes,
the gold coins, the AK, all that, yeah.
it looks fancy.
Yeah. I want
It
it to
looks
be
very
like that same appeal, but it could be like better, you know? Like those panels, they have shading, Easter eggs. Like we were talking about competitive CS:GO before the podcast, but uh, if you notice in the one that has all the pirate coins, there's one coin in there that doesn't look like it belongs there, right?
mm-hmm.
That's the 5-year veteran coin of CS:GO,
Nice.
and I have it in CS:GO, so I just thought of throwing it in there. Because it's me, I can do what the fuck I want.
That's true.
Yeah, and by the way, all of this shit is made by hand. Colored, shaded, designed, everything.
Nice.
Even the AK.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do a lot of shit.
Yep.
And surprisingly, I own a lot of guns. I don't know why.
Oh, you're well prepared for any zombie apocalypse and any riots that ever happen in your area.
Riots, man. You must think I live in a bigger town.
It could
It's a
become a big.
it's a protest if someone is standing on the side of the street smoking. No.
Hey, like, hey, there's Bob. Hey, Bob. It's like, hey, bro. I was like, okay.
Richard! Richard! Richard!
He's like, Richard, stop saying hi to the kid. But
Richard!
he I can imagine just that one person.
Can we come over there, Richard?
It's like, so how was the protest yesterday? Yeah, Richard got in trouble with his wife. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So the protest ended quickly? You're like, yeah, it ended quickly. I'm like, oh.
So here's the thing in my town, Ken. When I first moved here, Ken,
Mm-hmm.
my neighbor told me this, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, in this town, don't piss off your wife. I'm like, why? And he's like, because if you piss your wife off, you won't lose her for life. You'll lose her for the night. And I look at him and I'm like,
Goddamn.
so when did I get married? And he's like, the woman you're with, that's not your wife? I'm like, no, that's my mother. And he's like, oh. And I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, is she single? And I'm like, you're the one who's married. Like, what?
Yeah, you
Like,
get a lot.
yeah, but like the first time I saw his wife, she was like staring out the window, like hand on the glass, sad, depressed looking like. But she had this giant fucking birthmark on her like right side of her face, like the
Mm-hmm.
cheek. And it just seemed like he was like fucking hitting her. And like I saw it and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out it was a birthmark when I saw her outside. I'm like, hey, your car window's down because it was raining heavily. And she's just like, oh yeah, thank you, whatever. And fucking like I noticed that it's a birthmark and not like an actual physical fucking injury. And I'm like, okay, he's safe for another day.
Oh yeah. Oh, so yeah, your side believes in that type of ideology or philosophy when you see someone hurt, someone's getting a whooping.
No, that's just me. Like,
Ah.
people in my town, like I wasn't born and raised here, okay? Like I grew up on the outskirts of Vegas, St.
Mm-hmm.
George, Utah type shit. Fucking I I'm a strong believer, like if you're gonna hit a child, you're gonna hurt a child, you're gonna hurt a woman, like you're gonna get hurt too.
Oh
Cause I
yeah.
mean like come the fuck on, right? Like if you're a 6'4", like muscle jacked guy and you're gonna beat the shit out of like a 5'1" fucking female who's like done nothing fucking wrong except like parked her car a little off the curb or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get the tire iron.
Yeah, there's no excuse, honestly. Like, I think
There
that's what.
are excuses. If she's threatening your life, wanting to kill you, maim you, kill your fucking dog, your child,
Okay, yeah.
your wife, like it's not like there's no excuse. It's like, okay, she has me at gunpoint, like it's an
No.
MP7, like it's a Chris Vector, it's an AK. She's already killed 40 people, you
They're
know,
like, God,
there's
she already
no
froze.
excuse. There's no excuse. She just killed 150 people. Like,
I get you. That one makes sense. But I mean, like, no excuse on, like, they didn't do anything part. Like,
yeah,
legitimately, like, yeah, they didn't do anything.
yeah, they
So
didn't
it's
do
like,
anything. There's no excuse. Fucking, like, okay, she just killed 150 fucking people. She's holding me at gunpoint, using me as a human shield.
yeah, that you have a valid reason to protect yourself or do something about it.
Welcome to WWE. No,
And his name is John Cena. Dun, 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 dun.
fucking
Literally.
chimpanzee jumps from a tree.
But yeah, I get you. I get you. That part, yeah. You gotta
Michael
be at
Jackson
least.
for the sewer.
Oh,
I can just imagine it. Like, you're driving down a street, like dead bodies all around you, all that stuff, and you're like, oh. Yeah, this doesn't seem okay. Then you're being dragged out of the car by like some 5'1" fuck or like let's just make it drastically more embarrassing. A 3-2 woman, like just being dragged out of the car, all at like a fucking gunpoint with a vector. Just like chimpanzee jumps on her. Michael Jackson pops his head through the fucking sewer, goes back in.
Oh, pretty random there though, I would say.
Yeah, but
But
like saying there's no excuse is like stupid as fuck. But like, you know,
yeah,
it's common sense. Like that's the thing that our people are lacking nowadays. Like,
I know. And it depends. It's like you have to you have to identify the correct way of doing it. That's the only thing that
yeah,
not a lot of people think in the context of. It's like, okay, when I say like going like there is no excuse, I refer to like, only if the person's not a threat. But if the person is a threat, then you have every reason to protect yourself and do something about it.
naturally.
Uh naturally.
But
And
I mean,
it's
like,
like
if like it's a like let's say it's a 3-1 girl, right?
mm-hmm,
Uh, she's single handed holding a vector, like
mm-hmm,
not two hands, just one hand using a vector. And if you can take the gun away from her, and she has like no other like knives, guns, grenades, nothing, you know,
mm-hmm.
what the fuck is this chick gonna do to you?
Yeah, like at that point it's you already know that you have to do your best to defend the situation, regardless of what the gender is at that
Yeah,
point. It's like that's why some people says, "Well, she's a woman, you can overpower her." Like honestly, yes, you could, but that does not equate the amount of damage or hurt you can do to others if you do not stop the situation,
yeah.
honestly.
But
And
like
it's
at the
like,
same time, it's like think about the MS that just happened in Tennessee.
mhm,
Well, what was it? Nashville?
I think so. I
Uh,
I didn't hear so much about it.
the school one where they're all like appropriating their pronouns and all that. I'm sorry. If you're that kind of person, your pronouns are was were.
Hmm.
That's your pronouns. Like it's not she, her, he, them. It's was were. Okay? Like I'm a strong believer that everyone has the right to, do what the fuck they want with their own body. Be whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. As long as you're not hurting anyone in any shape, way, or form, I'm entirely fine with you.
That also brings in a valid discussion as well too. Some people, because I've seen both sides of the aisle saying one's like harms the other, and I get that extent, but then the other is like honestly, if you're doing damage to others, you shouldn't get some respect at all too. So
But
because
like, if you think about it, pronouns are like behind her back, talking behind her back. Like if I'm talking to you, Tama, what
hmm
am I calling you? Tama, right? Tamashi,
hmm
Tama.
hmm
I'm having a one-on-one conversation with you. I'm not over here like, yo, chat, he's psychotic.
no,
I'm not calling you like to your face, all of that. I'm not doing that. I'm calling you by your name. I'm addressing you as an individual, not as your pronoun as I'm talking to you behind your back to you. It's like,
yeah, I get you on that extent where the abuse of it as well too is like saying like, for example, your name is Aries, right? And it's like I announce your name as Aries, you're Aries. But if you were to attack me and saying I'm a he, him, then it kind of goes over the board of like, oh, then what's the point of using your name? It's like now you're using a pronoun as your name. And don't get me wrong, pronouns are used whenever you use a section of like saying, oh, but he did this.
yes.
It's like that's the correct way to do it, yes. But if you were to talk to someone by their name, it should be valid enough because you're still respecting their name in a certain extent as well as the pronouns behind that.
And showing respect to the user as well.
Yes, and there are some people that hate it, saying that why do you not use pronouns most of the time and refer to people as their names? I'm like, because out of respect. If you were to use pronouns, you can misgender or mispronounce someone else, and we can understand that that can hurt some people. So we try to be more valid and say their name, and
Plus, you
that's
have
more.
more communication failures because, like, if it's just me and you, and I'm just like, yo, he is over there, like, look at the fucking. crucifix behind him, then you're gonna draw two to two together, draw the puzzle, and like, oh yeah, he is talking about me. But
Yeah,
you're saying that to yourself. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, Ares is talking about me. You're gonna
yeah,
initially go to the pronoun because you are not talking to anyone except yourself in your head. So you're gonna use the pronoun because it's like common fucking sense. But when it
yeah.
comes
But
to addressing the person, you're gonna call them by their name.
yeah, it would be
Otherwise, you're disrespecting them. And if you're in a group of people, then you're just even more fucked because then even more people are gonna be even more confused. Like,
yeah,
sorry.
and I think the best way is like yes, their name first. If they want to use pronouns, it would be best they say it because not oftenly a lot of people are going to know it.
Yeah,
And I know some people get mad saying, "Well, you should have asked." I'm like, how could they ask? Because in that time and moment, they did not expect to use those words or ask to use those words.
yeah.
So
But at the
it's
same time, like
like,
nicknames come into the play as well.
yeah, nicknames also come into account. That's for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah. And I don't know how the fuck we just went from an MS to like Michael Jackson to pronouns. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. We just like to like jumble up a lot, but hey, it's fun.
yeah. But like, all right, think about this, right? Uh,
Hmm.
so we're in a conversation. We're communicating properly. We have no communication failures. If I say, "Yo, she just messaged me and she's ready for the podcast," you would obviously know who the fuck I'm talking about, but no one else would, right?
Yeah.
But then if I say Scully messaged me, you're gonna draw that attention like real fast. You're like, oh, she messaged you?
Oh yeah, and more than likely, that's also a thing about it too. Not a lot of people look on other people's profiles too. Not a lot of people like to stalk other people. That's a thing too. Even if their pronouns are there, it's just like, what if Scully did you refer to as he rather than she, right? It's like, bruh,
Do what you're saying.
yeah, it's like, do take in consideration this person can make a mistake because, they did not see the person's profile and what they is distinguished. So it's like, yes, correct them, but don't crucify them to say that, oh, he's a monster or they are a monster.
Oh,
And
I'm a fucking monster. I don't give a shit what your gender is, your ethnicity, your religion, or something like that. I'm sorry. If you're doing an MS, and I'm there, you know, this is gonna end a lot faster than any other fucking, cop coming in. Just saying.
yeah, and like I said, like mistakes can happen. And it's like that's also the thing about the abuse of, like, I get that respecting pronouns is a thing, and it should be, yes, whether or not you respect the person.
Yeah.
But abusing the concept of it goes on a whole different level, and assuming the person with malice, right? Like, assuming that, let's just say you said my pronouns wrong, right? And someone said, "Oh, Aries is being mean to you. He did that on purpose. He did that and he hates you." I'm like, "No, Aries did not do that. You're assuming." But he did not really truly meant that during that time and moment. He probably made a mistake, but how would you know that? Because you're not Aries.
See, I did do not.
Now, if you admit it and you say, "Oh yeah, I did that on purpose," I'm like, "Okay, now I know you meant it."
Just like in court, and judge is like, so you killed 160 people. No, Your Honor, 161.
Literally.
So
Uh,
you did this intentionally? Yeah. Why? Uh, praise Allah.
uh, I remember there was a discussion with that in class, like in college, where it's like, yeah, people like to see the world burn. Sometimes you overthink things where you're like, oh, this person would never do it. I was like, and then they say it, and I was like, oh, I was wrong 100%. Well, like, yeah, it's got to come out to the mouth of the person,
Yeah, no
not the
shit.
yeah, it's got to come to not from the mouth of someone else. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, but like, all right, check this out. So this is an interesting topic. You know how many times I've been fucking swatted and shit, but like, uh,
Mhm.
when it comes to like these massive content creators, like, all right, like Jake Kanye, for example, with all the uh I don't know how to say it without getting
Demonetized, yeah, I can
yeah.
understand.
You know how like he used to make good music. Everyone loved him, adored him, whatever. He married Kim Kardashian and then divorced, and then he just basically lost his goddamn gourd and just like became like a worshipper under the authoritarian Germany. Yeah, that place, yes.
I'm gonna say it in short terms and the most educational reason: anti-Semitic.
Sure.
So,
I'm not saying that because fuck English. Anyways,
well, that's just the educational term, but it's the
yeah,
cleanest you're gonna get.
yeah,
So everyone should know that. Well, at least some portion of people should know it.
yeah, but fuck English.
Mhm.
Anyways,
I'm being clean for you right here too. Just trying to watch out.
yeah,
But I get you. Your
uh,
continuation.
how you like went all like authoritarian type shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, like there's that level of like psychoticness, and then there's like all right, there was this podcaster in I think Montana neighboring me. Uh, her and her husband were doing a podcast live in their house,
Hmm.
and this dude shows up to their property. He's in love with the wife. He's a stalker. He's like going after them and all this shit. The husband goes out, confronts them. The podcaster, the wife, calls the police department on live podcast,
Mm,
demanding that the cops come and help, and all this other shit. It took the cops like 30 fucking minutes to get to them. By that time, the husband was already dead. Okay,
mm,
because the stalker had a fucking gun and killed him in the front yard.
that's messed up.
Yeah, like there's like there's more than two different outcomes in every scenario, but ultimately, like our lives are on the line just making content for you to have enjoyment. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to do this, but like everyone gets burnt out. Tama's burned out right now. I'm kind of burnt out, but like our other coworkers, they're also burnt the fuck out as well. But ultimately, like one of the major challenges that happens is that like we get fucked over significantly, not just by our state and local government, but by the viewers as well. And I don't mean in a funny hee hee ha ha way, like where you guys will fucking drop $100 on me and make me eat a ghost pepper. I mean as in like swatting us, calling the cops, or fucking, doing some psychotic shit, like fucking hacking our accounts and, trolling our social medias, whatever. Like,
I hate those type of people because they don't know the word empathy, remorse, or even caring in general. And then they assume it's like, oh, it's just a joke, bro. It's just a joke. I'm like, bro, it's not a joke. You're literally taking another life, another person's life. Like, that ain't no joke. Yeah. I'm like, dude, imagine that happened to you. You wouldn't be joking. You'd be like, oh no, this is quite different. I'm like, no, it's not quite different. If it happened to you, like if you do it to someone and it happens to you, don't complain. Like, because honestly, you are a scum if you're willing to pull those type of pranks.
yeah. And I mean, like, the other thing about it is that like this is our job. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is how like a large majority of the people make the money to like, feed their family, do all that shit, and we're just over here like, what the fuck? Did you even know Jay-Z got swatted?
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Mm.
Because a cop called in saying that there was this guy going around robbing houses.
Oh.
It was because Jay-Z is of the race that I
Oh.
don't really know how to say anymore because, everything's
Uh,
monetizable nowadays.
yeah. Educational purpose of the term. Racial profiling.
Well, yeah, that's for the police to
Yeah.
prioritize them. But like, yeah, either way, everyone knows who the fuck Jay Z is. Anyways, uh,
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker, he's just going into his house, okay? Like he was just like out walking, fucking going into his house, gets swatted because a cop called in saying that there was this guy walking on this street and he walked into this person's house, whatever. It was his house.
Damn.
Like, I'm sorry, if I walk outside my house with an AK, you know what the worst thing I'm gonna get?
Mm.
A stare like, is he going postal?
Yeah, it's like it's messed up how the system messes a lot of people up and favors the other.
Yeah, but like my neighbors aren't gonna call the cops on me
No,
unless
they're
I'm
not.
actively shooting. Then they're gonna call the cops. Actually, I take that back. No, a neighbor did call the cops on me. But she plowed her snow into my yard and called the cops on me. Okay, that's besides the point. I
Well, at least,
I retaliated and I smoked out the entire neighborhood.
yeah, it's like I think you have more of a better like option to at least speak back compared to other people. They don't have the option for that.
No, speak
It,
back, dude. The cops just drive by and they're just like, eh. We don't see any houses burning, no dead bodies, no gunfire. Everything should be fine. Let's go.
pretty much let you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, oh, there's an Hispanic over here. Uh, get the helicopters. Like that.
You
That's
don't.
what it's like.
Yeah, you don't know how quickly a cops will stop by just in our area. Like, though we're like the majority of Hispanics to Mexicans and all that stuff, or Latinos, Latinas, however you distinguish yourself by your identity, right?
Yeah.
It's it's a lot. It's a lot. Just getting in trouble. It proves a lot that yeah, every little thing is very bad.
So here, I'm gonna show you how fucked up my town is. Okay.
Mhm.
So I normally don't carry cash in my wallet because if I get robbed,
Mhm.
and this is something I learned from Vegas, okay, but
Mhm.
like I normally don't carry cash because the reason why is because when I inevitably get robbed and they demand my wallet, when they go to dig for cash, they find a sorry card.
Mhm.
If you are seeing me in stream, you'll see I'm holding up a sorry card. It's laminated and it's number 11.
Nice.
I literally normally carry this in my wallet at all fucking times. However, there's times where I have money in my wallet, like significant amount or whatever. I have money in my wallet now, but not a lot. Thing about it is that I was going to our only gas or not gas station, supermarket,
Mhm.
and there was this family. There's like two little kids, probably 3 to 5 years old, and then there's like an infant, like in a stroller. There's a mother and a father, and they're all Hispanic, probably
Mhm.
actually from Mexico. And
Mhm.
this is kind of a common thing because e- illegal immigrants will flee from Mexico trying to you know get the fuck out and get
Mhm.
into like the States or Canada or something like that, and they'll travel through my area.
Mhm.
And I see this family and they have a sign like, anything helps, and whatever. And they're outside of Burger King.
Mhm.
That's indicating to me that they want food. Well,
Mhm.
motherfucker, I got coupons, okay? Fuck you. So I I pull in to Burger King, like almost past them. Like I wasn't able to like stop. Okay. So like they're here, the drive-through's like over here. Okay. Like I'm going this way, I see them and I see that they're wanting food. So I fucking pull into Burger King. I
Mhm.
used a coupon for a family meal and got all that shit. Drive back around, go back into Burger King,
Mhm.
and I got another family meal. I took out a fucking Whopper and a thing of fries from me and all that shit.
Mhm.
But like, there's like 9 burgers, okay, and there's like 5 people, okay, or 4 people, one infant, but everything's fine and happy fucking door.
Mhm.
And I pull around, and I can't meet them like this because of oncoming traffic, so I have to pull a fucking round and I go like for this little fucking intersection type shit. And I pull over right in front of them, open my wallet, and I pull out all of the money I had, which I think was like fucking what, 100 something fucking dollars, something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just took out all the fucking cash and I put it in one of the bags. Like the dude, the father watched me do it. Like he sees me take my wallet, fucking go like that and throw it in my cabin. He's like, "What the fuck's with him? Like, is he trying to flex?" And I grab the bags and I hold it up to the window and he's like, "Oh fuck." I'm like, "Oh shit." Like I didn't expect him to do that. I thought he was just flexing. Like, what the fuck? And I hand him the bags, and he's like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't know how much this means to me." And I'm just like, "Look, man, I know it's all good. Fucking, you need to get out of this area." And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Guaranteed in about 30 minutes or less, the police are gonna come. You need to like get out of here. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. You need to get out of here." And he's like, "Are the police this bad?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Okay." So they get a move on, and I just pull over in a fucking gas station. I'm just sitting there. They walked over close to me, and they like hid their signs, all that shit. Just seems like a normal family. I shit you not, within 2 fucking minutes, there was 4 police cruisers there. All of them
Damn.
were canine units. I'm sorry, you're gonna sick fucking dogs on children?
Yeah. There are some people that are messed up.
Yeah, but like we're not talking normal police cruisers. We're talking fucking canine units. They can't put a person in the back of their fucking squad car without a dog. Like,
Oh yeah.
like you're gonna do this to a fucking family. Now, this isn't the only time this shit has happened. The reason why I noticed is because there was a fucking couple outside the same fucking location
Mm-hmm.
and they got arrested. How I noticed is that I went into the store, bought pizza sticks. It took me maybe a minute, and I'm already outside, and they're being arrested.
Ooh.
Like that's the fucking mentality. Okay? Like there's so many things fucked up with this. And the reason why I'm talking about this, I guess you can say, is because the next podcast, we got a fucking banger. Come on, the war on drugs. Oh, ooh, fuck, man. It's gonna be interesting as fuck.
It is interesting because I have so much on that one too. Honestly, over here is quite the out of the bunch.
Yeah. I'm a strong believer in that we get rid of qualified immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm saying this, if us as normal civilians are mandatory to follow the law,
Mm-hmm.
I believe every government official in any shape, way, or form should be responsible and liable to be held to the fucking Constitution.
Oh yeah, big time, dude. Like honestly, right now on political, like I'm all over Twitter, and trust me, a lot of politicians have broken the law
No shit.
and got away with it. Like honestly, even the
Nancy
ones we have
Pelosi.
right now. Oh yeah, big time. She's on my feed all the time. Even what's it? Taylor, is it Taylor Green as well too? Or
Uh, dude, oh my god. If I all right, yo, all right, you know the person, I forget their name. I think it's Dave. I'm not entirely sure. On Bud Light,
oh, Daniel.
Daniel. Uh, yeah, I don't know why I was thinking Dave.
Yeah, it's all right. It's hard to remember sometimes.
I'm just horrible with names. But anyways, uh, okay. So, uh, Green, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh,
Taylor Green. There you go, Taylor Green.
Taylor Green. She I think she was on a podcast. I'm not entirely sure. She was in some meeting, whatever. Anyways, she was speaking and she publicly denounced this person,
Mm-hmm.
claiming that that person was and for YouTube a pedophile.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh, if I was Daniel, I would fucking sue her
Yeah,
for
honestly,
defamation.
That is heavy definition right there. Like honestly, that's why I never liked Taylor Green because she's a. I'm gonna be honest, she's a joke. Like there hasn't been a good validity of reasons and questions she has said, and
Forest
the,
fires are made by the Jews with space lasers.
yes, dude, have you seen the recent court meeting from that? The judge silenced her for saying stuff that was crazy out front, and she says, "You're not gonna be speaking throughout this whole meeting." I'm like, every Republican is like, "You mean like not the whole thing no more? It's like she can't speak no more?" It's like, yes, because it does not make sense and it's not factual. And I
Okay,
was like, ooh,
I can see the factual part,
mm-hmm,
but like crazy, dude. What the fuck we are doing right now is
mm-hmm,
psychotic.
yeah,
Okay, making money out of basically thin fucking air. That is absolutely psychotic to me. Okay, like like you've been grinding your ass off on like all the social media shit for like the past week or more.
mm-hmm,
You see the amount of work that I fucking do,
mm-hmm,
but like at the same time, you don't even see the amount of shit that I do that I just keep hidden because I find it funny. And then when I
because
take a break, everything just goes fucking like silent. Like there's nothing going on. There's like no one talking, no one hanging out. There's like no scheduled meetings, nothing. There's just nothing. But then when you see like I pick up the pace and I'm like doing a lot of shit, you're like, holy fuck, we got 20 members today. Like,
nice.
but like the thing about it is that like everyone looks at us like we're psychotic, we're crazy, like we're making money, but like nowadays it's all changing. Like think about when the internet was made. The people were laughed out of towns, and the light bulb, electricity, like all the crazy inventions, guns, they were pronounced fucking crazy. But like the thing is that we made gunpowder, made fireworks, used them for military purposes,
Mhm.
and then we're like, how can we make it better? And then we went
Yeah,
to guns and we're like, you seem crazy. I'd rather use a bow. And then you start utilizing the guns and you're like, oh, wow, we don't have to train the people for like years, instead of having bows. Like, I'm sorry, if you're going to train someone in like fucking archery, you're going to need like a year or two or something like that. Train someone with a gun. Okay, take the pack, pour it in the gun, fucking get your wad, ram that in, drop the ball, ram that in, and fucking put your little cap on the fucking thing, pull the hammer, aim, fire, repeat, repeat, repeat. Yeah, but nowadays it's like, oh, you have a gun? Sweet. Let's go.
oh yeah, it's like quick and fast paced. I could imagine the fact someone has tea against someone else, and it's like, all right, I got tea with you. Hold up, let me get my gun ready for this. I gotta put in the powder.
But
Tea.
nowadays it's just quick, easy, nice, and go.
Yeah, but you gotta imagine that situation, the fight, the talk, and it's like it takes a minute or two just to barely hit a bullet.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're experienced, you can do it in like, fucking 7 seconds.
Oh yeah, if you're really good experience with it, yeah, you would do it quick.
Yeah, but that's like training on like a daily, like, doing it like consistently. Like, I mean, like, don't even get me wrong. I fuck up with my guns all the time, okay? I don't negligently discharge. I'm talking about like I'm taking apart a gun and I put in a spring backwards. Like like I
Yeah.
do like something that's like minute as fuck that just drastically changes everything. Now, like a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, yeah, you can put in a spring either which way and it'll work." No, particular guns have particular things. I mean, like the battery on this fucking Taurus GX4. Jake's this. It's a fucking CR-3N fucking lithium cell, 3 volts, made in Japan.
Of course.
Like, okay, this doesn't work. Like, uh, what? How the fuck do I even get these? Well, you can just get 30N. Or no one fucking tells you that shit. I had to
Hmm.
call Taurus and just like, hey, where the fuck do I get batteries for this flashlight? You're just like, oh, you're stupid. And I'm like, I know. Help me. Like, fuck.
It
But
happens.
like, no matter what, like, as long as you're a good person, you're doing everything properly, you're helping others, whatever. I don't care. You hurt a motherfucker in any shape, way, or form. Yeah, we got a problem, Houston.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna kill this astronaut. No.
And the thing is that I hate when some people with with malice, of course, like I hate when people with malice, like actually people that are bad, tend to intentionally try to hurt others, and it's like, oh, but I meant to do this, and then twist up words. I'm like, bro, you're not making it any easier for anybody else. You're making it more confusing. I Be nice to actually be nicer to people rather than hating other people.
Right?
Hmm. And there's a lot of confusion with words too now these days too. So it's like, I wonder how far we went for these people to ruin the true meaning of how you cooperate or how you speak to others the correct way. Because now it's like everything's a threat at this point.
Oh shit.
So it's like, bruh, I'm like, ugh. We've gone that far already, and I've thought about it for so long that there's everything you can like for every good there's always one there's always wait for every good there's always bad, and when there is bad there's more confusion between both each other.
Yep.
So that's why some people say it's hard to tell who is genuine and who isn't, and sometimes it takes the person to fully tell you then rather than another person saying something that's not actual true.
Here. Keep talking. I gotta use the restroom. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
But yeah,
And yeah, I'll continue on with words though. Like for example, it's like wait, hold up a bit. My apologies. All right. Um. Hmm. All right. By wording wise, you always okay. I'm really making it kind of awkward, but okay. Based on the topic that I was speaking a while back, um, about wording, it gets very conflicting. Honestly, when you think about it, we use the words like bigotry or racist or other words that we use when it comes to sentence. I'm not saying any further than that, but it's weird how some people tend to misuse it and abuse it. And when it comes to the correct sentence you're trying to say to an individual, it can come out the wrong way too, because of how bad someone with big malice or like rude intentions ruined it for the person who's trying to be genuine. So it's gone to that point, and it's like I can be telling Aries like, "Oh, Aries, uh, I can say one word and it says Aries is very confusing," and you'd be like, "So you're saying Aries is dumb?" And he was like, "No, I'm saying Aries is just confusing. Like I didn't get what he was trying to tell me." Oh, okay. But then someone can say, "Well, I think you intentionally said this." I'm like, "I'm sorry, but there are too many words you can describe, but rather than the person on their view, and you can't just assume." And that's why I hate when people with malice, bad intentions, try to mix up those words on purpose to make someone look bad.
you're doubting. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's always like you have to ask, do you mean this or do you mean that? Honestly, I think that's what we should be referring to most, but no one thinks of it because they always assume. They're saying, no, I think you're meaning this. I'm like, no, ask the person first. It's like, hey, do you mean this
Yeah,
intentionally or what's the specific? Because it seems confusing and vague.
yeah. Like, okay, you remember a while back, uh,
Hmm.
we had a one-on-one conversation. You're addressing some concerns with me, where like I kept like talking about like how we're the only ones doing our own fucking work and shit, and no one else is like picking up their own weight and all that shit. And I guess you thought like it was you that I was
Yeah.
talking about you to you.
Yeah. And that's why I had a conversation with you with that. And it's like, honestly, we needed more context with each other. That's what always like we keep missing out sometimes.
Yeah, but like
Because
we got like 17 content creators, and the only ones who are streaming are me and you. Like, I'm sorry, why the fuck would I be talking to you about like you streaming? Like, oh, you stream almost daily. Like, what? Like,
yeah, yeah, and it, like I said, it gets confusing. We get to that point.
yeah,
But at least
failures
we
of
make
communication.
yeah, and it's good that we follow that communication, that context. But when it comes to other people, it's like on a different perspective level, it comes out as, very different than what we are talking about.
Yeah,
And that's what comes conflicting. And I know that's I always tell you is like we just watch out for the words because to me and you we can understand each other. We know the context. But to the other person, they can be like thinking, "Oh shit, Ares is being mean to Tama or Tama's being mean to Ares. What the hell's going on?" I was
yeah,
like,
and we could just be over here like I'm a suck your dick, and you're just like, no, I'm a frob your like, and everyone's just like, what the fuck are these guys going on about? And then there's like some guy random in the back who's like, that's funny. That's the audience we're appealing to. Like, let's say we have 100,000 people in a fucking stadium. We got like Danny Duncan and all this other motherfuckers like just going psychotic as shit. And then everyone's like, these guys are monsters. Like 99% of the crowd. Then there's just like one dude in the front row and he's like, I bought your merch.
that's why it's like, oh, context does really do matter. And it's so funny when you have that one person that knows it more than the others.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
they try and like, like convert the others like it's some kind of fucking cult or something like that. Like we're making jokes and the person's just like, okay, so that was funny because what Ares just did is he deployed a mechanism that made it so that whatever. And then the other person's like, wait, hold on, I don't get it. What the fuck is the mechanism supposed to? So the mechanism, like, why?
uh, but yeah,
762 cartridge.
oh god. But yeah, but basically that's what the whole thing situation is about,
Yeah,
basically. And it's like it's something people forget. And it's like, bruh, just ask the question. Don't assume it's the answer.
yeah, but like, we all like to be stupid. Like, all right, Tama, right? So we all know I own guns, right?
Yep.
So like, this is like my Taurus GX4 combo slim. This is my like EDC, right? Checking the
Mm-hmm.
more span, nice, sweet, simple, beautiful cover girl, right? And then this is an extra mag, just in case, just fuck around, find out.
Mm-hmm.
I find it so fucking hilarious that like I have this gun. I take so much better care of it. I'm always oiling it, taking it apart, like greasing the parts and all that shit. And then this handgun's just like, when will I get love? And it's just like the normal people, they're like, hold on, you have this bigger gun that holds more rounds than the other gun. Why not make that your EDC? And it's like, because I don't want to make it obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, it's true.
It's like you're
uh,
it's like your everyday carrying, and then you just have this knife on the side of your hip. You're gonna be a fucking target. I'm sorry. Like, how are you gonna not notice this knife? Like, come on.
yeah. And That's also another thing with that, with context too, is like, why does this person do that and why does that person do that? And it's like,
My
it-
reason is because when you try and take away guns from normal civilians, you're just making it so that women can't protect themselves, right?
Mhm.
If I'm there and there's a guy my same stature, no gun, and he's beating the shit out of a woman, I could just put the motherfucker in a chokehold, throw him to the ground, fucking like put his arms behind his back, and I got the problem situated, whatever. Let's say there's a
Mhm.
mass shooter. I'm probably gonna be the only person with a gun there, besides the shooter.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if I'm going out to eat at a restaurant and there's a shooting, and I'm the only one with a gun
Mm.
besides the shooter, am I gonna let him just massacre everyone else? And I'm just gonna be like, this Parmesan's pretty good.
No, I think I'm pretty sure you would assume to protect rather than anything, because, bro, it's your life and everyone else's life.
But like, I don't give a fuck about my life. That's the thing. I run into a burning building to save a cat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's also a thing too. Like, you want to be a good citizen as well too, to protect your community rather than being that one person just letting it happen either. And it's conflicting because there's always someone bad out of that world, and it's like we assume like, well, we get rid of one problem. No, there's gonna be another problem. Honestly, there's always gonna be that one person, and that's gonna ruin it for everyone. And I remember there was a class where it's like, oh, it's like you can be as good as you want in your life. You can be good at something. But there are other people out there in this world that prefers to be good at something, but in the most wrong way. And
Yep.
they say as long as you can get away with it, that is your own thing. And you are your own person. So do expect that too. And it's like, yes, I know it's common knowledge, but he says it in a way because some people had questions saying, "Well, it would be best to do this." I'm like, it doesn't matter what path you do. There's gonna be that one asshole.
Yeah.
There's gonna be one.
There's always gonna be that one asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Joking. I put it. but
Just kidding.
but yeah, no, like no matter where the fuck you're gonna be in school, fucking home, on the street, whatever. There's always
Mm-hmm.
gonna be that bad egg. There's always gonna be that person who's always looking for a fight. The thing is that if you're concealed carrying, more than likely you're not looking for a fight. If you are open carrying, you're looking for a fight.
Oh yeah, big time.
But at the same time, I understand it's our constitutional right. Don't even get me wrong. I go grocery shopping with my AK. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. People don't call the cops on me. like, that
More like,
it's a different story. Cause like the thing is that when I go grocery shopping, I get pizza stick. No, I'm joking.
damn, you got that privilege right there, bro. If I had like that AK on the side, I'd be called by the cops every day.
But like,
Uh,
Paula, like my plans, we talked about this. I plan on like us driving Hemmets with shipping containers, just like looking militarized as fuck,
hey,
like
if you're gonna go there, at least try to protect my ass. Oh, I
no,
gotta
no,
say
no, no.
that.
The walls, dude. I have a company. They
Mm-hmm.
make these bulletproof walls. Okay, this dude he
Mm-hmm.
took a bare 50. Okay, I fucked that up. So, you know what a Barrett takes, right?
Yeah.
50 BMG.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, okay, so this is a 9 mil cartridge. Okay, very
Mm-hmm.
small little dainty thing. Whatever. This is like a man's round, right? Whatever. This is a
Mm-hmm.
7.62 times 39 FMJ. This is an AK round. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
not that bigger, right?
Yeah.
A 223 or 5.56 is like almost the same length, but like fucking really, really smaller in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is though, is that 50 BMG, those are large fucking rounds. Like they're larger fucking rounds as fuck. This
Hmm.
company, they make these walls. Like they're about like that thick walls, okay?
Hmm.
Very not expensive for whatever. Anyways, they make these walls. They're like panels. This dude took a 50 BMG Barrett 50 cal semi-automatic, put 5 rounds in the same exact fucking spot, and there was no bulge on the other side.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Not even our military helmets can survive a fucking 9 mil without a bulge.
Damn.
Even the Vietnam ones, there was like a dent. Like,
Oh,
yeah, but like a 7.62, whoo, pierced straight through.
oh
But
shit.
yeah, but like these walls. So like, here's what I plan on doing. Okay, these shipping containers,
Hmm.
they're gonna look like shipping containers on the outside. Then we're going to have that bulletproof wall. Then we're gonna have like 2x4 framing and shit,
Hmm.
and then insulation. Then drywall, and then some other shit to make it look good.
Nice.
But like these containers, they're gonna be fully bulletproof completely around, except in like the toilet area. Yeah, that's just gonna be glass. No, I'm joking. But
Who blew up the toilet? I'm sorry.
there's a pipe bomb in the toilet. Oh, that's where that went. But yeah, no, like the premise of these is like we're gonna be able to drive around the nation, do all that shit,
Hmm.
but like be doing the podcast, be doing the normal videos, stopping at every police station and fuck with the cops, and, like stopping at every sheriff station, giving them $1,000 and then pulling over the civilians and then giving them fake money, or not fake money, real money, but fake tickets. Like, I'm sorry, I fucked up there. I meant fake tickets. Like, we're gonna pull people over and then they're gonna like the cop's gonna be like, all right, I'm writing your ticket for speeding. You're doing 23 and a 25. Like, wait, hold on, that's not speeding. Yeah, so here's your ticket. And then they're like, it says negative $500. What the fuck? And then like they can fill the paper or something like that. It's flapping in the wind, whatever, and they see like 500 fucking dollars underneath the ticket. Like that's what it's gonna be. Not
There's a
fake
lot.
money, fake
Yeah.
tickets.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm just like, it'll be like, well, damn.
fake money, real
I'm
ticket,
just like,
fake money.
this is like on to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, you're welcome. And just leave. I was like, wow, damn.
Or like, holy fuck. Okay, yo, this would be funny as fuck, right? Imagine like you're in New York, right?
Hmm.
And you just go up to some random civilian. And you're like, "What's 3 times 3?" And they're like, "9." I'm like, "You just won a full ride to Disneyland. You take them to Disneyland, but you don't give them the ticket to like, they have to buy their own ticket. You just take them to Disneyland, like."
That's a tickle. Uh,
Like you like all expense paid. Like you're gonna pay for their hotel, like their flight, all of it. Just not the actual fucking thing they're going to. Like,
that's like the most evilest thing in the whole world.
oh my god, it'd be fucking hilarious.
You would create like a new arc villain, basically.
Why has no one done that? I want to do that now. Like Jesus. Look, I have so many fucking ideas, okay? Like, imagine if we could go out and make YouTube videos in real life. Tama, the amount of bullshit we could get up to.
No, you would.
I could do so much stupid shit. I'm gonna buy a skateboard from corporate. He designs his own skateboards and all this other shit. He's already sent me
Mhm.
like a quota. It's like 300 fucking dollars, something like that. Like, yeah. Anyways, but like it's gonna be custom. There's gonna be like a naked chick with my AK. Like, Like it's gonna be full custom and shit. Just imagine the shit I could do with it, you know, like the amount of bullshit. You know,
Imagine.
like imagine if I bought like 7 of these boards or something like that, and
Mm.
like let's say I go hang out with corporate in real life and he hands me a board. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. I already have like 6 or something like that, you know, but like I have this one and I like go to take it for a spin and it just breaks as soon as I step on it. Like,
Damn.
yeah, but like it would purposely be done, like sawed out a little bit of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be fucking hilarious. Like, I paid 4 grand for this. And then corporate's like, hey man, yeah, they're not supposed to, yeah, fit people who weigh 500 pounds. I weigh like 196. You don't look it.
Oh god. Uh,
Funny.
that would like be a huge burn. I was like, and we're like, nah, I'm sticking with you. It's like just the board, you know.
Yeah,
We
but it'd
saw
be
it.
funny as fuck, especially if we make the board like overly ridiculously priced and then I just make the government pay for it.
Oh yeah. You're good. Coffee not long, bro.
Yeah,
uh,
that's what I get for laughing.
it happens.
I'm
Uh,
addicted to me. Dude, I'd love to counter too.
oh god.
Anyways, holy fuck, man. That'd be funny as hell.
Oh yeah, I will.
Paying for someone's ticket, flying them out, doing all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Just not paying them or like you fucking paid for the thing.
God damn.
Or like, dude, it would even better fly them to like a different fucking country.
Oh, dude. Like I said, I swear you making you villain arc of someone.
Right?
It's like it's
Right?
someone in the back like Ares done me wrong. Time to get revenge. Just like
Yeah.
slowly.
But all right, like Saudi Arabia, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to sign like a fucking waiver. Just like, okay, I understand I can be killed in this country and the United States will not come for me. Like
Oh god.
like you sign that fucking waiver and then you get to fly to Saudi Arabia, okay? It'd be funny as fuck. Fly a person out there and then they just become homeless.
Uh
Like, don't get me wrong, like they're homeless for like 3 a week or whatever, and then they can fly back. But like they can't like afford a hotel or anything and such because like the things cost like $100,000. Like
yeah, depending on the area, yes.
no, not the area, the entire fucking city. Like
Oh shit.
it
Okay
is the
then.
wealthiest place in the world, dude. There are fucking Saudi Arabians there who are
Mm.
worth trillions of
Oh,
dollars.
oh yeah, I remember that there was like everyone is rich. Like everyone could afford anything.
The
That's
smaller
how
the license plate, the more wealthy you are.
oh yeah. I remember there was a topic in college about that. I was like, holy shit. And it's like, yeah. Apparently if you start out rich, you're doing fine in your life. Like you don't have to worry about the bills, you don't have to worry about you know, job. If you want to set a goal in your life, you can set it the way you want it.
Yep,
And you'll be perfectly fine. And I was like, I wish this was over here, honestly. I wish it was.
it is.
Like,
Seriously.
wait,
And like
oh,
if you have uh what, $500,000 in your bank account, right? Yeah, 500,000, okay?
mhm.
You can live off the interest.
Oh yeah. But it's like that's if you start out that way.
No,
With
not even that.
hmm,
Like, all right, let's say you accumulated the money over 20 years, right? $500,000, okay? You invested into real estate, okay?
mhm,
You're making like 20 grand, you know, like a fucking week or something like that, okay? A
mhm.
ridiculous number, which isn't ridiculous if you're actually in the fucking field. But
Yeah.
let's say you made $500,000. You put that into your bank account. You have a certain fucking interest rate, whatever. You don't put it in a savings, you dumb fuck. You put it into checking because it has a
Yeah.
higher interest rate. What happens is that interest rate, let's say it's a 2.9, you're
Mm-hmm.
making 10 grand a fucking month
Oh yeah.
minimum. What the fuck?
Yeah, if you work around the right bank, yeah, you can work really well with that.
And you can do it the US Bank or fucking Bank of America, Wells Fargo, etc. Uh, my bank isn't even a fucking bank, it's a credit union.
Damn.
My interest rate is 30.9.
Damn.
Imagine if I had more.
Well, yeah, of course, if you start out with money, you could be banking a lot.
Exactly. How to get money though. Here's here's
That's the.
here's the secret of how to get money.
Hmm.
Live very fucking cheap. You know the tortillas, the mission.
Yeah.
All right. Here's one of my main meals. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
take a plate. I take one of those tortillas. I take a slice of cheese and I break it in half and I lay it in a straight line on a tortilla. Six pepperoni, three on each side. Put it in the microwave, 30 seconds. Pull it out. Taco Bell sauce packet uh, down one section of the pepperoni, and I roll it.
Mm-hmm.
Four of those is like a meal. You get fucking wheat, flour, along with your protein and other shit, calcium,
Mm-hmm.
protein, cheese, whatever. That entire meal, yeah, sure, it costs you maybe like $7 total for about what, 15 times. So you eat 15 times off $7.
Mm.
Live cheap so you can live wealthy. I go to Taco Bell, which is like another state over from me, and I will literally say, "Hey, I live in this area. I only get to come out here maybe once every 3 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me as many sauce packets as you possibly can without being fired?" And they'll load me up. They will load me up. I could go grab a bag of sauce packets right now, and you'd be like, "Holy fuck, he's not lying."
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta
And
keep
that's
in mind, I've used all of the mild sauce.
only that dent.
Yeah, because I use it for like fucking omelets, breakfast burritos, like you name it, you can put the fucking sauce on. I use it because it enhances the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making like rice with like some chicken dish or whatever, you can put that sauce on there too, motherfucker. Oh my god, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Invent new ways of doing shit cheaply. You live fucking wealthy. I mean,
In a good,
my
in
most
a good way.
expensive bill is internet.
Yeah, it varies.
No, my internet is 170 fucking dollars a month.
Damn. Mine's like across the price range too, 150.
Yeah, but how much do you get download?
Um, not ever. Well, decent. I can tell you now because we upgraded a little bit, but there's a limit now over here. There's like a heavy limit of what you can get compared to
Like
other places.
like mobile, like how much you use and start slowing down?
Yeah,
That's
apparently, like, huh?
that's illegal.
Oh, not that way. But I meant like here it's monopolized very heavily when it comes to internet. Like honestly, there's only one place we even have, and that's it, Spectrum.
I have
You can't.
I have
You're look.
a place that is CenturyLink,
Ooh.
another place that I won't name because I'll dox myself because it's only in this area, and then another
Mm,
one which is satellite. Here's the thing, CenturyLink. They want to charge me $280 a month for 5 megabytes download.
Ooh,
I'm getting 250 download for 170. Internet unlimited, but I have to pay 50 cents per megabyte used.
damn.
Imagine that. 50 cents per megabyte. You download a game? Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Here's the thing.
Mm,
People in my area, they're not gamers, okay? They're gun nuts. If they have a computer, it's to file taxes, okay? And even that's rare. It's true.
true. Okay, I tested my server just to make sure I'm double checking on what I have. Because I know we upgraded. We have 579 megabytes per second on the download.
Fucking lucky motherfucker. You know what the shit I'd be doing with that,
I know, and it still doesn't hit a dent.
right?
It still feels slow. It still feels slow. And I'm telling you this. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but
No, I know. I know.
I know it's just that, dang, dude, over here, we only have one place. It's monopolized heavily. Like, when we talk about like the internet, everyone knows the internet. And it's like, oh, you want to switch to the internet provider? It's like, tough luck. You can't. You're stuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, gosh, damn.
But see, that's why I love like Elon Musk's shit, like Starlink.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that initial front fee. It's like 570 something fucking dollars, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking ridiculous. That first fucking fee. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, how many people can afford that type of shit?
Not a lot of people.
Exactly. Like, like I'd make that shit like cheap as fuck
Mm-hmm.
initially. Because like think about it. Like if you get like 1,000 people utilizing the internet and they're all paying like $1, like whatever, that's $1,000. So it costs you like 320,000, something like that, to put all the satellites in orbit.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is charge 320,000 people a fucking dollar, and then you made the money back.
Basically.
So if you can charge every single person fucking $20, you just made your money back. What, 20 times? Like, what?
20, 20 times, and you also beat your competitors as well too at the same time.
Yes. So like, what's the highest price you can set to like a large demographic of people without hurting the people and outselling the competitors and still making a shitload of money?
Oh yeah, he would be banking if he actually knew how to do it all
Easy
correctly.
$20.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
he
like, if you need to send them hardware like a satellite dish and all that shit, yeah, I understand they need to pay, which is like Starlink's thing, $500 fucking. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, right. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Oh, we reached 1 hour mark. We'd been talking pretty long.
Well,
It
hey,
was
welcome
pretty.
to the podcast. Should we end it?
Yep. We had a good talk.
All right. Hey, everyone tuning in during or after the fact, it really does mean a lot. Thank you guys. Please, everyone, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay you. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So please have a good one. And
Peace, everyone.
peace. And now we gotta let it rest for like, 40 minutes or so. I don't know.
So there was this guy in band. Nah, just kidding. Imagine.
There's this guy in Bandcamp. No. Yeah,
Uh,
he had a flute. No, I'm not carrying on with that.
what about what?
Grandma says what?
Grandma says everything. Nah, just kidding.
What?
Imagine. uh, give me a minute. I gotta go to the restroom now. Just like you.
Good, Brandon.
All right, cool.